Hey everybody, this is Brittany here from Surfing Waves of Light, and today I wanted to share a new and very exciting synchronicity story that happened just a few days ago during the supermoon July 13th, Wednesday of 2022. So, I also just did a little channeling about inspired guidance, inspired ideas, and I think the channeling relates to this story. So I have been working a lot this year, taking on a bunch of different, very exciting, very challenging projects and some school, and things were really going great. I received guidance before summer came that I would be needing to take some time off to rest and rejuvenate and sort of refresh from all of the different work that I had been doing. So I honored that guidance first, and I took some time away from both of my jobs, and I just stayed in the moment. I was in the flow. I hung out with my family. I have a lot of family that visits in the beginning of July, and during that time I really felt inspired to make some sort of plan to do something on the full moon July 13th. So when I got that guidance, I was in this really great state because I was in the flow. I wasn't resisting. I was, I wasn't resisting in any way. Going to the beach, coming home, surfing, honoring myself, not drinking or anything like that, but I was just in the flow is the best way to describe it, in a really good way. And I received that idea to do the full moon thing. So it was an inspired idea. So that's step one. So step two, I got busy. Family was here and stuff. And I wanted to plan with two of my friends to do this full moon, maybe moonlight surf, because the moon's really bright and you can see a bit well when the surf is out, or when the moon is out and the surf is good. And then I also thought maybe we could do an intention setting, pull cards, sort of have a little bit of a meditation component, and then do the surfing. So I talked to my friend about it, but we didn't even get a chance to talk until the night before. And we just decided to invite all girls that we know that love the ocean, that love to surf, are in our friend group, really anyone who was around who just lives in this island and wanted to do something like that. So we talked really late the night before, and the morning of, we finalized the details, and there was three of us that planned, and we decided to text our other friends. So we each kind of have little pockets of people we know based on where we live or where we surf. So we texted those people, and we really didn't expect many people to come. We thought maybe like 5 people would come. 3 of us planned it. My friend Jamie was going to co-lead some of the intention setting with me, so we knew she was coming. So we definitely had 4 people, right? Me, Crystal, Megan. Yeah, 4 people. We definitely had 4 people. And then we just put it out to a few people, and not even our whole friend group. I really just thought it would be a couple of girls from like the local area. And the night comes, just 8 hours later basically, and all said and done, 15 girls showed up. We had this huge circle on the beach, a bunch of beach blankets laid out. Everyone brought their surfboards. I don't have pictures right now. I'm so sorry. I don't know if we even took a picture of that. It was really incredible. And then in the middle, we just had some incense. I told everyone, if you want, bring a snack. People brought like beautiful snacks, like a cheese plate with crackers and fruit and drinks and like iced tea and stuff like that. It was really beautiful. Like the altar was beautiful on the beach. We all sat in a circle, and we went in a circle and said each other's names, because a lot of us have surfed together or kind of know each other or have seen each other around the island, but we don't really know each other. So I got to learn a lot of girls' names, or at least interact with them a bit more. We shared a little bit about ourselves, and then Jamie and I hosted an intention setting circle. So we gave everyone paper and a pen. They could write down an intention they have that they wanted to, use the full moon energy to bring into fruition. And I offered for everyone to share in the circle. It was really amazing because even though in the beginning of the circle, a lot of people said, oh, no, we're not going to share. I think, I'm a private person. I said, that's fine. Do whatever you want. And when it all was said and done, I went first. I shared my intention, and every single person in the group shared their intention, shared a little bit about themselves, what they're going through, what's going on. And honestly, as I've said to many other beings, I could relate to and resonate with every single person's intention in the circle, every woman in the circle. We all really could relate to each other's intentions. So after we did the intentions, we took the intention and everyone laid down and they put their intention under their heart chakra. And Jamie and I co-led a little meditation. I started by aligning the Hara line that I learned during Healing Touch training. This is a line that helps you get into your highest love and light, into your, it gets you into alignment with your highest path and purpose, connects you with your soul's purpose, and all these different points that I've just noticed a huge difference when I align my Hara versus when I don't. Then Jamie led through this beautiful body scan, going through the crevices of the toes, of the body, and after that, and sort of during that too, we went around the circle, me and Jamie, and we just did a couple minutes of Reiki healing touch on each person's head. And it was really cool because I haven't done something like that before, and we asked before, everyone was cool with us touching their heads. I didn't think anyone was going to come. We texted people on the morning of, and everyone was so open and willing to share, and it was really incredible. So we did a little Reiki on everyone's heads, and it was perfect because right as soon as we were done, the moon started to rise, and it was this red moon, this full moon of July. We watched as the moon pulled up, and we had 2 of our card decks laid out. So we told everyone after the meditation, you're welcome to pick a card, you don't have to. And everyone picked a card, and as the moon's rising, we're taking turns just reading each other's cards to each other. And everyone's reading, again, is totally resonating with me, things I needed to hear. I pulled the most beautiful card, and it was really awesome. It was enjoy the sweetness of life, which has been a huge message for me lately, is I've worked really hard, and it's time to just enjoy the things I've cultivated instead of worrying about the next thing and stressing all the time, because I was totally doing that. So back to the story. We're sitting in the circle, and it's kind of starting to get dark, and the moon's getting higher in the sky. And I said, we could maybe do a moonlight surf, but just wanted to see what the conditions were and what the vibes were and who came and all that stuff. And so many of the girls, especially ones I didn't know very well, really wanted to do it. And there was this big thing of clouds, and the girls were like, in a few minutes, it's going to pop up over those clouds. It's going to be perfect. And the tide was kind of high, and there was just a few waves coming in. Every once in a while, like a decent sized wave, but there wasn't even really a sandbar. So it was kind of this high tide, cruisy glide, very safe. You could see everyone. There wasn't like waves, white water everywhere. And we ended up deciding to paddle out. So it was moonlight, high in the sky, and all said and done, there was 10 of us out there on boards, 1 friend swimming. Everyone jumped in the ocean, whether they swam. Actually, so everyone, 15 of us, I'm pretty sure. Maybe a couple didn't. I'm pretty sure most people did. I was out surfing, but I heard of a lot of people jumping in. And so we were all out there, and I definitely have fears about sharks and stuff like that comes up for me, and I seriously felt so at peace. And just having all the other girls in the water and the moonlight in the sky, and we couldn't see everyone perfectly, but no one, we could see each other enough, and it was just so fun. And we were all just feeling so excited, and I felt super excited. I couldn't believe, I always loved nighttime activities, nighttime adventures, and this full moon surf was amazing. We surfed, me and a few of my friends surfed for almost an hour, or about an hour, I think, maybe even longer. We stayed out for a while, and then finally there was about 4 of us left, and then 2, it was just me and Megan. And we party waved so we could both go in at the same time, so no one had to stay out the back by themselves. And it was just really beautiful. And when the moon came up too, the tide was supposed to be really high, and it was. And sometimes during high tide, when the waves are small, it doesn't break. So I wasn't even sure there would be a wave to surf. But by the time the moon was in the sky, it was literally perfect. So we brought up so much stuff that I had to take 2 trips to and from my house. So on my second trip, it was just me, my friend Megan, and my friend Jamie. We get back up to the beach, and we're grabbing the blankets and stuff, and I look out on the water, and I'm also sandy, so I'm like, I probably need to jump in again. So me and Megan jumped in again, and just like chilling in the moonlight, just swimming. It felt so good, the water. And even the other thing that was crazy was the water was so cold that morning. I surfed with a wetsuit, and that evening it was so warm I surfed in a bathing suit. Like, it was freezing in the morning. I had to wear a wetsuit. It was so cold. And that night the conditions were literally perfect. So we come back up to get the stuff, and we jump in the ocean just to get the sand off of us from carrying our sandy surfboards. And we look out, and we're like, there's no waves anymore. The ocean was like completely flat. So we ended up the day of putting out a text to do a little tiny thing. Everyone seemed like they could make it. One girl even came from off the island. 15 people showed up. And even during the thing and after the thing, everyone has come up to me. Everyone's like, I left there, I felt so energized. It just felt so good. I didn't even know I needed that. And I've been so afraid to put myself out there in some of these ways, these more spiritual ways, like doing things like that. And I know some girls even shared some of their hesitancy with, oracle cards. And I really appreciated that. One girl was super honest, and she was just talking about how she doesn't believe in predicting the future. And I'm with her, because I don't believe in that either. But for me, what oracle cards do is they give you a message that you're already hearing, and maybe you just need to hear it again, or you need some sort of external confirmation of something you already know that's within you. And it was even really cooler because during the intention setting, everyone shared their intentions. So then when we went to pull cards, the cards were literally showing up amazing. For example, my intention was to connect more with feminine energy. I shared how I've always liked to hang out with boys. I was always inspired to, I think, because I was athletic and liked to do sporty things and play football and surfing and soccer. I always liked to hang out with boys, but lately my inspiration is to connect more deeply with girls and feminine energy. Well, my card was like Venus, feminine energy, and everyone in the circle was like, oh my God. I'm like, I know, I can't make this stuff up. And there is a lot of synchronicities like that. Just really cool. Our other friend, this is a really cool synchronicity too. She designed this flag for LBI. It's a representation of LBI from her perspective. It's a beautiful flag. And we've been trying to encourage her to get them printed and sell them all over the island because we love it and we think people would really love it too. And she's a beautiful artist working as a nurse right now. But her artistry is amazing. Just like most of my friends down here are all amazing artists or creators in their own way. And so her card literally said the line of like something wavering in the wind. Basically, like a flag. It was basically a flag. Like, what else wavers in the wind? And me and my other friend were like, come on. Like, we know, because we've been telling her. And of course, everyone has to do things in their own way. But it's just amazing how the cards are magical. And they show up. And I think there is some explanations for it using quantum physics. But outside of that, it was just a really magical night. I was trying to keep this video really short, but there were so many cool synchronicities. There was so much success in that moment. And since that night, every girl I've seen, I feel a little bit closer to. I feel more connected. And everyone wants to do it again. And I'm stoked because it's literally how I would want to spend my night. And I stopped drinking, and I felt like I didn't know how to hang out with people anymore sometimes because drinking is a huge part of the culture down here. But doing that the other night, just seeing how we all just came together and shared, and then shared connection with the ocean in whatever way we love it the most, whether it's swimming or surfing or taking pictures or photography, videoing. It just showed me how special my life is and how possible it is for us all to connect, even without that stuff. And with it too, it's fine. I don't care either way. But it just was a magical night. So follow your inspired guidance. Follow any ideas that come when you're in that free flow state, when you're in that loving state, because if it comes in from that vibration, that's the power that's behind it. That's the energy that's behind it. It's always a match. So if an idea comes to you that's out of like hard work, or you're in that grind, you have an idea, it's going to match the energy. It's always the energy behind the idea, the energy, the emotion that comes with it. That will be a good indicator of how big and successful it will be, how good it feels to you when you think of it, is that important indicator. And a lot of people know this, but I learned it in the past few years, so I just wanted to share. So that's my synchronicity story about the full moon surf. It was super successful. Shout out to all of the lovely ladies who came. I was seriously just honored and so happy to know so many others out there share the same passions that I do. And I feel like I'm connecting with my childhood friends again, because we have this play way of connecting together and sharing who we are. So love and light. I'll see you guys in my next video. These are the synchronicity stories, outdoor shower confessions. I just feel safe in here to talk about anything. So love you all. Have a great night. Bye.